Good morning. I'm with you bright and early this morning. It is only just coming up to 8:30 and I'm still at home. Now my husband has taken our youngest son to school. He's out there now, but I'm going to have to dash in a moment because we're going to Ikea. So as soon as we get back, we're going to be going, and I haven't sorted out my hair. I've got a jumper on and things. I've just got to, put some jeans on and boots and things. So I thought I'll quickly come on and do the advent calendars. Yeah, we had a bit of a late night last night, so I'm sorry that my yesterday's video, it only got put live this morning, but it was uploading and then in the night I fell asleep and my battery died. So yeah, I've had all that going on. So yeah, I was quite late to finish finalising the video, so I was late uploading it and I didn't realise I'd turned my Wi-Fi off, so it was doing it on 4G. So never mind. Anyway, I've got my cuppa here. I'll just have a quick sip of it to warm my hands, because I've just been, if you've seen the footage, I've just been out in the garden letting the chickens out and things, and then I realised the food was still in the house. I had to go back in and pop it out. So I'm going to open my backstitch calendar first. Now I love those little bells that I got yesterday. They were really exciting. So it is the 9th day of Advent. Oh, very nice. We've actually got some thread snips in today's. They're very handy as a sewer, knitter, crocheter. Very handy indeed. I know I have got thread snips. I don't know what case they're in at the moment. I've got sewing bags and boxes all over the place, basically, because obviously I've got an ironing board in my eldest son's bedroom who is not using that at the moment. I've got things in there. I've got things in the conservatory, things in the craft room, things on my bed, So I have a bit of a hunt for things sometimes when I'm crafting all over the house. And I even craft in the hall, don't I? And in the kitchen. I think I use nearly every room to craft in. So shall we go to my calendar? So I think we'll go my calendar, Barbie, and then Prim. And I did say I was going to show you the Nutcracker Barbie. Maybe I'll pop back. Yeah, the Nutcracker was fantastic, by the way. It was so good. I had such a lovely time. Now the feed was a bit glitchy on the first half before the first interval. It was glitching out at times, but the second one I only remember it doing it once, which isn't too bad. But yeah, maybe I'll come back this afternoon with my Nutcracker Barbie, because my husband, even though he's at home today, he's going to be out. Well, it's off today. He's going to be out this afternoon, later on this afternoon. So yeah, maybe I'll be able to come back to you then. So where are we? Day number 8. I did have that in shot actually while I was eating my reindeer chocolate. So I've already had chocolate, this morning. Well, it is December after all, isn't it? What day did I say? It's the 9th, isn't it? Not the 8th. And it's watch a pantomime. That's what it says today. Well, I went to the ballet. Does that count? Well, actually, we are going to a pantomime with the boys this month. So that will be happening. But we've been to the ballet. It's something very similar. So if, pantomimes aren't your thing, the ballet or something, opera. So anyway, we're going to open Barbie's. Now, because I took Barbie upstairs yesterday in my son's bedroom, my son is here today. He's not at college today. He hasn't got college today. He's not just off. He hasn't got it today. I've popped her back in there in her white coat. So I'm guessing it's going to be something ski related, because obviously that's what we got yesterday and we've only got one item. But saying that, look at that long thing there. That's number 24. That could be skis, couldn't it? So maybe I've got it wrong. 9. Okay. I think this is vet related, not ski related, because look at Barbie here. She's got a clipboard in her hand, and look what we got today. It's a clipboard with a pen hanging from it. So let's get her out. Here she is in her skimpy outfit. They could have given us some trousers. Maybe I'll give us some trousers out of my stash of things. I'll have a look, see if I've got anything spare. Here we go. She has her clipboard and her penguin. I've taken her crown. Well, I don't know if I've taken her crown off, but it's not on. Maybe it fell off. And her penguin. So she's looking a bit more vet-like, other than you don't see many vets not wearing trousers and wearing a leotard, do you? It's quite unusual. Maybe she's playing a vet in a ballet show or an ice skating show or something. I'm wondering, I was thinking, will I get any ice skates in this? But it doesn't look like it. It looks like it's more vet themed. Ballet dancer, singer, baker and skier. So no ice skates. I was hoping I would like more ice skates because I'm a figure skater. I'd like some more Barbie ice skates so a few of them can wear them. Maybe some for Ken. Ken's not got any skates. So what have we opened? So we've done Go to a Pantomime, Backstitch, Thread Snips, Barbie, just the prim. So I'm going to take you to Ikea and I'll show you a little bit of footage, and then whatever else I get up to this afternoon. Did my voice sound different upstairs? When I watched my video back, I think I sounded a bit different up there. Like, I think I sound like I've got a deeper voice in here than I do up there. I don't know. Does it sound different from day to day, depending on what room I'm in? I do sound a bit like I was struggling to talk to my husband this morning, a bit froggy, a bit of a frog in my throat, it feels a bit dry. There's all something stuck to it. It is a prim item, their own brand, because not every item has been their own brand. Oh, I used the detergent that came in the calendar. Did it come in this one? And it's not all that really. I'm not saying it didn't clean the clothes. I put the whole bottle in and I did dry some of them, air dried them, and I couldn't even smell anything. But maybe I've got long COVID or something like that, and my sense of smell isn't great. Anyway, I've got one of these. It's a gauge. Now this is good if you just want to measure your seams, measure how far your needle is from the edge of the foot, you name it. There's probably things I don't know what these are. There's a 90-degree angle on there. So yeah, I do keep things like this by my sewing machine. I'm a bit pedantic, would you say? I'm a bit more, I do things in a scientific way. I'm not really a budget. I'm a bit more of a scientific, but saying that, as time goes on, sometimes I'll wing, I'll eyeball a 1/4 of an inch hem or something. Do you know what I'm saying? Anyway, I think my husband might be back on the drive, so I'm going to clean up because he'll be saying, why aren't you ready? We were supposed to be going. It might not be him, it might be somebody else's car, because there is a school over the road and people are dropping their children off at school. So anyway, thank you so much for joining me so far, and anyway, we're going to Ikea, so I'll see you there. Hold up, I am on my way, I'm in motion. Let's go to the ocean. Yeah, let's go outside. We can hang out on the beach without freezing. Yeah, isn't that amazing? In Christmas times, we'll be chilling and having a good time. Doesn't matter if the snow is falling or the wind blows and the rain is pouring. It will always be Christmas in my heart. But this year I wanna hang out with my friends and family, making angels in the sand. You ready? Doesn't matter, it is Christmas in my heart. And I can promise Santa's coming to visit. No, he wouldn't miss this in Christmas times. Oh, and the sun said it is just getting better on a blanket with the skyline painted in blue. Ooh, yeah, that's what we do.
a good time. Doesn't matter if the snow is falling or the wind blows and the rain is pouring. It will always.
It is now 5 in the evening, and basically I'm at home with my middle son and my youngest son. My youngest son has fell asleep, and I've just given my middle son dinner. It's Friday evening. My husband is out. I don't know if you've noticed, my husband has got tattoos. He's got an unfinished tattoo on his back, and he managed to get a Black Friday deal for some time, so he's had having a bit more work done on the tattoo on his back. So he's out doing that until 6, and then it's going to be about a half an hour drive home. I know my son and his girlfriend are going to be landing here later. Now, I've just been out since that last bit of footage. I've obviously done the dinner for my son, but I've fed the cats, fed the dogs, and the chickens hadn't been shut in because my youngest has fallen asleep, and he always does it. So I've gone out there, shut them all in, and got the feeders in, and I'm bringing the water in as well because it's getting frozen overnight at the moment, because we're going down to about -3 at night at the moment, as far as I know. And I could hear this clucking in the darkness, and one of the chickens was out. She was out of the netted area. She must have flew out in the day and then couldn't get back in. So I don't know how long she's not been able to eat or drink for, but I've just popped her straight back into the chicken coop, and I'll just have to make sure I let them out really early in the morning. Now, what I'm planning on doing, I'm just going to play the rest of the evening by ear. Now, you may have seen we bought a artificial Christmas tree at Ikea, so that's still in the box in the hallway, and we got some little Christmas lights for it, and I got some pre-made like gingerbread cookies and a gingerbread house that you just have to like basically stick together and decorate, so that makes it a little bit easier, especially during, you know, doing Stitchmas and things. You know, I'm trying to make the kitchen side of things as easy as I can. So yeah, I've just got to play things by ear when my family land on me and things. So I've just had I sort of had some crisp and a drink just to keep me going, and so I'm going to try and not eat until my husband gets home so we can eat together. But because I've been out to the chickens, my fingers are so numb, and I'm working on this mince pie, and I'm on a row where basically you start out, all you've got are 42 stitches, and then you have to knit on the next round, you purl them, then purl all those 42 stitches, and then you have to knit the first stitch, and then you have to knit in the front to the back to the front in every single stitch until the last one. So it's getting really, if you see how gappy it is there and how tight it looks now, and there'll be 122 stitches on this by the time I get there. I'm going to demonstrate doing one of these, but you're obviously seeing it from this angle. So I have to go into my stitch like I'm knitting it. So if you're a knitter, you'll understand. Wrap the yarn around. I'm doing like English knitting. Pull that yarn through, and then normally you'd pull your stitch off, but you don't. You then take your needle round the back. So this is like knitting front and back. So then you wrap your yarn around and pull that through. I'm sorry, this is not like a proper demo, but I'm just giving you an example of what I'm having to do. Then if you were just knitting into front to the back, then you'd pull the stitch off. But no, you've got to go back in the front. So then I've got to go back into the stitch as if I was knitting a stitch normally, put the yarn around and then pull it off. So basically one stitch becomes 3. So that's what I've been having to do. And I cannot feel, especially this finger, that the middle, I think it's mainly this finger. It just feels weird because I've got Raynaud's. It's so uncomfortable. But anyway, I'm going to leave this video here today. I want to thank you so much for joining me again for another Stitch Diaries, and and I hope, I'm really sorry about the one that I got up late. I only got yesterday's one up first thing this morning, so I'm sorry about that. So you might have 2 to watch today, but thank you so much for your likes and comments. It's really appreciated, because sometimes, I was saying to Karen from So Little Time, sometimes I really question what I put out there and I feel a little bit unsure. because obviously I'm throwing a lot out there at the moment, and I know it might not be for everybody, but yes, and I say I don't know how I feel, but when the comments come through, it does make me feel a lot better about it. So I really do appreciate your comments. So thank you so much, and I will see you again tomorrow. I'm not going to say what's going to happen because it's all a little bit up in the air, but it's Saturday, the weekend, no school runs, you know, it'd be great. So, but it's whether I'll go to music practice or not on my own. I don't know, I haven't decided yet. But anyway, I will see you tomorrow. Bye.